entertain. I'm finna give you this because it's nah. It's just every man and woman fend for themselves. Nah, that ain't.
Because the way it's looking, it's like if you really hustle right now, because you look at Amazon, they getting rid of they getting rid of. They actually having a grocery store where they won't have cashiers. They won't have cashiers. So this is coming. So it's a matter, and they still own Whole Foods. So it's like everybody not struggling through it. Some people are being innovative and saying, how can we?
I think from what I'm saying is because I'm one of those people. I don't watch a lot of movies. I'm trying to break myself into it, but I see a lot of original series starting to come back. What people
I see movies like I ain't seen that. I said Lion King. He said I ain't seen that. I said what?
I ain't seen Lion King. What I'm saying? I'm an 80s baby, so he's not gonna lie. I'm an 80s baby. I seen Lion King. I cried when the parts I was supposed to cry at. I seen
That don't even sound convincing.
I seen it. But I see a lot of original series coming out where a lot of people actually getting that creativity out. So a lot that's going on in California as well, where people just like, we gonna shoot.
You gonna shoot?
Yeah, we gonna pitch.
That's how you. That's how it should be.
Yeah, because I think Netflix and I know I had a lot of streaming services. That's out. Those people are hungry, especially now. If everybody's gonna, if we're gonna go back in, possibly, I don't want to speak that spell, but then it's gonna be you're gonna need some content. And if you can shoot something in Amazon, Netflix, they just gonna be throwing that. So I'm hoping if that happens, then it goes that way. Well, at least we need something.
Right.
Yeah, we need something. We can't just sit in there and just people beating on each other and stuff. I'm not glorifying that it happened, but they just going back and forth and it ain't good.
Yeah,
it ain't good.
Is there anything you working on as far as like creative wise that you think you see yourself kind of going to a different lane?
I mean, right now, honestly, what I am working on is just knowledge, right?
Gotcha.
Gaining knowledge from a financial aspect, because that's the next thing that I want to do with Sip and Success is just continue teaching, giving actors everything that they need, which is pretty much the things that I needed. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the more knowledgeable I become, the more confident I'll be, and we're going to drop the next ebook or have, a masterclass, whatever the case may be. But definitely just feeding myself right now as much as I can to put myself in a better position and then ultimately help others do the same. I had wanted to write. That ain't for me, you know what I mean?
I got you.
Like as far as the script goes. That's a whole... Man, I have so much respect for screenwriters.
Right.
I really, really do, because I tried it, and it wasn't fun.
Right.
And I'm a big person. I'm just like, what? If I don't enjoy this process, it's not for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So just listening to that as well. Trying new things, but also realizing, like, listen, if you...
So it ain't, it's not for you.
Yeah.
Like directing, oh no, I can never do that.
Yeah.
See, I would love to try that too.
Yeah. Not me.
You know what? I could probably screenwrite. I believe I could. You know what I'm saying? I have a very I'm just as I have my right and my left brain is equally balanced. Between logic and esoteric and creativity.
You stressing him out.
I have a creative mind. That's why he do it. I have a very creative mind.
It'll be cool. Then it'll be a scene, and then you be like, what the fuck?
See this man in the Cartoon Network.
But I agree with you. It's you said directing. That's something you can see yourself doing.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure. I would love to direct. And again, I think, actors also need to start thinking about directing, and think about producing, and, really trying to elevate their palette as much as possible.
Right.
Producing, love that. Okay. Writing, cool. Directing, because you have to be hands-on. And I know me, after like the third take, you don't know your shit. I'm like, God damn it, dog.
Gotta go.
Yeah. So that would be my kind of core with directing. It's not, but I commend people because you have to put everything together and you're responsible for telling that story. Mm-hmm. So that's big, and that's a different power level you have to have for that. I just don't have the patience for that. I just know me, and I like to get in, get out. Okay, that's cool. I'm out. But as far as sitting
down, Scorpio.
Yeah.
Got you.
That's how they work, though. Everyone works for itself. So where we at? The ebook.
Yes, sir.
So it's an ebook, right? Mm-hmm. So let them know it's an ebook, Sip and Success.
It's called Pitch and Success.
Pitch and Success.
And it's the actor's guide to manifest representation and sip successfully.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So you get, like I said, we start off with the mindset. I ask you a couple of questions. Mm-hmm. Because again, the specificity aspect. people just like, oh shoot, they want me, cool, let's sign. Not even knowing like, yo, what do you need? What relationships do you need them to have? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of questions that we don't ask ourselves because we're so thirsty to be a damn actor.
Right, and again.
And then it's just the business aspect of it. And teaching you how to do it.
And tell them where they can get it. And that's why I want to know.
So it's actually at Sippin' Success on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. And it's just the link in the bio. You guys can cop it there.
There you go. So do you see yourself kind of taking Sippin' Success as far as like different platforms, as in podcasts, or maybe just having a talk show with a couple of actresses, and that way y'all can talk about things?
What was that?
What was wrong?
My posture.
He said, no, but I really see that because that's definitely important. I see that.
I mean, I can see it too. A lot of people have asked me if I'm going to do a podcast. We'll see.
Or even a talk show, something simple to the manner. You just have your friends that I'll tell y'all stories about the industry.
Yeah.
I definitely think that's something that you could do, and because I love it. When I was reading it, I was like, "Simple Success." I didn't know at first. I was like, "Who was?" I was like, "Oh." Then I started reading the quotes, and I was like, "That's dope, and that's really dope."
Yeah.
So
I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah. We're gonna keep growing. You know, whatever God wants.
Just surrender.
Just be
like
led, right?
Definitely, as you said. What you got?
Oh shit! Let's see what I got. What do I got? So as far as making that sacrifice, like going to LA, what was that decision like for you?
So that was a lot. Going to LA. So I initially, not gonna lie, I wanted to go to New York. I'm originally from New York, and I just felt like, go back home. I know how to move in the city. I was already auditioning out of New York, so I had certain relationships out there. And it was actually my boyfriend who was like, I want to go to LA. And I was like, well, shit, all right, go to LA. I'm going to go to New York. Right. And as I thought about it, I was like, you know what? Actually, I realized when I sat with myself that I wanted to go to New York for comfort. You know what I mean? The comfort of knowing I had some place to stay. The comfort of knowing that I knew how to maneuver through the city. The comfort of knowing I had those relationships. So I was like, you know what? That's a cop-out.
It is.
Take your ass to
That's
LA.
the easy way.
Right. Take your ass to LA. Challenge yourself. Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself, to really explore new waters and new territory. So, we out there planting seeds.
Yeah, and that's big. That's big, actually taking that jump. You know, because that's how I was out here. People are like, how you doing without any family? Things start to move different when you put yourself in challenging situations. People think that it's just everything just falls off. Like somebody told me one time, and I laughed for like 5 minutes. Like, you can't move out of your normal area code and God be like, oh, you done left your blessings there. Like you just like in the manifestation and abundance, it don't work like that. Well, you move it. It was over here, so you got to go back. So it's always wherever you go to, because again, it's within. So you carry it with you, and then you basically pushing down and attracting it. So that's big, So if you want to move, do what the fuck you need to do. Move.
Because your comfort zone is your broke zone.
It is.
That part.
Because think about it. If you sit here and at this job and they are paying you, $16 an hour. Yeah. You know everything, you comfortable, but think about it. You've been in the same job for 30 years. Think about how much you could have grown if you actually challenge yourself and say, you know what? I can multitask, I can do this, or I can invest in myself because I know the business now. So I just think that you always have to challenge yourself every day.
For sure.
My mantra is Monday, get better. Tuesday, get better. Wednesday, get better. Thursday, get better. Friday, get better. Saturday, look at your progressions, get better. That's it. It's the same thing every day.
Yeah. Every day. I love that. I have a quote on my page, actually, that says, your comfort zone is the devil's way of clowning you.
Right.
Which is true, and it's like, man, I love that. Actually, I don't know if that's an original quote or if I took that from somebody, but I love it because it's true.
Well, you get the credit for it today.
Yeah, you took it.
I mean, if I did take it from somebody.
She said that shit.
If I took it from somebody, I did give them credit.
It's not for them anyway. It's spell words. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So.
But, I mean, that's very real. So I will say LA has allowed me to grow and stretch in ways that I never even saw coming. So again, if you plan on moving, do it. It'll be scary. But usually, you know, when something's scary, you're supposed to lean into it.
Not
away from
that
it.
is the truth, right? You're supposed to lean toward it, not away from it.
Right, because that's the real
Except for
sign of
alligators.
faith.
I ain't fucking with that. I ain't fucking alligators. No. Not the wild, but no, I got you. Yeah, that's dope though, in the sense of I really appreciate that because you can learn from everybody. Mm-hmm. I think people get to the point to where they start making money. They feel like I don't need to learn anything. Or you have actors, they book a couple of series regulars now, they can't be taught, and it's like you can always learn. Mm-hmm. You can always learn. Always.
Mm-hmm. The minute you shut down, you know, your ability to learn and grow. You know, a lot of people after they graduate and whether it's high school and college, they cut it off. You know, and as you said, you can learn from everybody. And I find myself in any aspect, you know, whether you're a construction worker, actor, rapper, you know, an artist, you know, entertainment, you know, doing camera work, you always have to say, you know what, I don't know it all. And those are the best people. And again, as I spoke last time, competition. You know, you're the best version of you. That's your only job to just improve that. So once you take, you know, competition, it's an illusion. That's what creates the envy and the jealousy, you know, that people have. So once you do that, like as you said, you challenge yourself and you do everything. It's almost like, okay, I'm not being this, you know, this overconfident person, but I'm doing things to help me love myself to where, you know, and some people will be rubbed wrong, you know, but it just is. But that's again, they haven't got there yet.
Right.
You know, you haven't got there yet. But yeah, you definitely have to challenge yourself and do things like that. But moving from here to California, that's big, you know, because especially when you it started from the beginning. Like, you know, you can say I'm gonna go, and then let's say you're based in Atlanta, right? And then you go look, the rent, how much? For what? And you're like. You know, so
damn mansion.
Right. So you got to get over that hump, which is an illusion as well. But you have to get over that dream as well and say, you know what, I can get this. You know, so it's this step. So I can imagine.
Or just humbling your damn self.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the lifestyle that you have here is probably not going to be the same lifestyle you have out there.
No.
Unless you're willing to work that much harder. But in my case, it was just kind of like, I know I'm out here to grow and learn. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to invest more in my career than I am in my living situation. You know what I mean?
I was saying legacy is more important than your lifestyle.
For sure. How you make people feel, the impact that you have on them.
That's it. They always remember that.
That's what's most important. And I'm realizing that more and more with Sipping Success. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Especially with Pitching Success just dropping. That's my first product ever.
Right.
Okay.
You know? And it's like, before the book dropped, it was like, oh, okay, you know, like, I wonder how many sales I'm going to get and how many people, you know, I'm going to be able to help through the sales. Because I was confident that my book was going to help you.
Mm-hmm.
That was never the concern.
Exactly.
I know what I'm doing. I've done it. I've tried it. I've helped people before.
You know the process.
Right. But it was just like, okay, how many? Mm-hmm. As opposed to, how many sales as opposed to, no, like, how many people can I impact? So now when people reach out to me and they're like, yo, I just finished your book, like, my mindset's already changing, or, you know, I didn't even realize that we need to move like businesses, like, you know, and apply this, and this. That's what makes me feel good. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, I've done my part. It ain't about the money. The money will come.
Right.
You know? But it's just literally knowing that I poured, you sipped.
Right. That's it. That's what it's about.
Yeah, I got you. Because you just never know who's going to pick that book up. Mm-hmm. You never know. It might be 15 years and I just read a book of Man Thinketh. They made that in 1911. It's 2020. I just not read it. So it's one of those books, it's like, you don't know the impact, but that is there. It's like music. It's like art. It's there it's everlasting. It's always going to be here.
Right.
It's an imprint.
Yeah, always.
An imprint. I haven't, you know, I love, you know, words, but I haven't got to just being patient enough to write. Yeah. You know, so you have that's long nights, early mornings, you know. So this is the second ebook, right?
No, this is my first ebook.
The first ebook. Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's the first.
So the company's Sipping Success. The book is Pitching
Success.
Okay,
all right. That's why I wanted to write. Right? Because I was mixed up. You know, I like to get things right. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
then she said the next book is gonna be called Pimpin' Success.
Pimpin' Success.
No. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay.
You do have to pimp it though.
Yeah, you do. You gotta kind of make things work for you because you always in control of the energy around you. I always tell people that. So if you feel like somebody's really trying to play you, instead of fighting them, you know what? Just kind of say, you know what? I see what you're doing. I'm gonna go this way. I'll move around you. Cause you can lose battles trying to, I'm macho, this, and then it's like, just waste time going back and forth with somebody.
I ain't fighting. I'm going to the altar. Now I'm just playing.
And like people
Let
always
me stop.
People always ask me, how do you deal with haters? I don't.
Yeah.
That's their problem with me. Not mine.
Or teach them. You know,